Bienvenidos a Esperanza Pense, donde la Esperanza Pense. Welcome to Esperanza Pense, where hope wins. Well, I'm feeling weird and Aquarian and weird, and most of my readings lately have been for Aqua risings, Aquarius ascendants. I did a chart rectification for somebody last week, and I'm putting that person at Aquarius rising too. So our really good friend Janice, who is an Aquarius rising, gave me this deck, and she is such an example of that. She is an earth mama. She lives off the grid, grows her own vegetables and food, and she has a bunch of goats and pigs and chickens and all kinds of stuff going on over there. Rabbits. When I went over to her house, we had pizza with rabbit sausage. It was so good. So we're going to play with this deck that she gave me called Splendor Solis Tarot. You can see it shimmering. Can you see it shimmer? Look at that. So yeah, let's get weird with it, huh? Let's see. I think today's going to be one for the books. We'll talk more about the astrology aspect when we get to the end of this video. So stay tuned till the end of the video, and we will go over some of the astrology highlights for today. This deck is so big. Holy crap. I can't shuffle it like that. Oh man, I'm gonna have to shuffle this right-handed. Oh man. And then like the last time I used this deck too, because when I have a special deck like this, it's got to be a special occasion, but I think today is going to be one for the books. I'm just feeling it, you know. Moon is in Libra, and it's going to be making aspects to Pluto, and Saturn was opposing the moon really early in the morning, and yeah, I just feel like at those last degrees of Pisces, the stuff that's foggy is you know, maybe still opposing what the moon can represent, you know, like people like you and me. So opposing that Saturn, the Saturn is still in the fog, and it's in those really final, really full degrees of Pisces. So I think that there's still stuff, you know, that we can't see, but we know exactly what we're looking, you know, we know what it is. We don't have to see it with our own eyes, I guess. We know what it is. All right, Splendor Solis, you gonna jump for us today, or how do we feel? Do you think I feel like I want to shuffle this a lot because I don't use this deck every day. But hey, it's a quick hits tarot. Let's pray. Thank you for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me in your past, present tense, near future. 5th of February, 2026. You know, I used to work with a guy, Mauro, and this is his birthday, I believe. And you know, we just used to have a great time. We used to listen to White Sox games on the radio. Jupiter of sparkling air reversed, accomplishment reversed, and Mercury of golden earth upright. Oh my goodness, this deck is so gorgeous and Aquarian. Let's get into it. The alchemy of the Four of Swords. So Four of Swords reversed. This is in the near past position. This is absolutely me. I don't know if it's we, but it's absolutely me. Four of Swords reversed is just honestly having trouble sleeping, having trouble getting restorative rest, having maybe too much time on your hands or not enough time on your hands so that your circadian rhythm is somehow off. And it's interesting that this card is called Jupiter of Sparkling Air, because I was literally just talking to someone today earlier who I was reading with, and I asked, have they been spraying a lot around here? Because seriously, like my sleep cycle has been so disrupted, and like Jupiter of Sparkling Air reversed would mean to me that like something's in the air, something's going on in the air. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. And yeah, that would be feeling something strange in the air and maybe even having disruptive sleep cycles because of accomplishment. 0. That's so funny that this 0 is called accomplishment in this deck. Alchemy of the Fool. You would think accomplishment would be the world, right? I wonder what the world is called. Let's look. Ooh. This is so pretty. This was such a good gift. I don't know where to find this. Where is... Oh, Jupiter's symbols. Mars. I don't even know how to read the book. Part 5, Apprentice at the Top. Oh, okay. Alchemy of the King of Wands. Oh, maybe it starts with the, must start with the, yeah, it starts with the, oh, well, why don't I read this? Alchemy of the Fool. But it's reversed. I am the accomplishment, inner alchemy of the Fool, spirit of ether. I come that you may make a new beginning, knowing all that's needed for your own accomplishment is ready to unfold. Follow the vision and the path of the Fool, and all shall be well. I am artisan of the fiery, scintillating intelligence, ever becoming truth, bringing light to all travelers. Holding me in the mind's eye, the Fool steps out with trust to weave the first way. So will you, dear alchemist. Well, that's kind of interesting. Okay, I'm curious about the world card, though. Why isn't the world one called accomplishment? Oh, it's because the world is called Mithralia. That's why. Mithralia. Gosh, this is cool. See, I have so much to learn. You know, I've been working with this Rider-Waite Tarot deck. That's like my working deck. That's like the deck for me, right? Like that's my deck. It speaks to me, this same deck that I don't know what, but that deck really talks to me so much. But like, I also hang out with other tarot decks, you guys. You would not even believe it. I hang out with other tarot decks. So anyway, let me get to it. With the Alchemy of the Fool, which is accomplishment, which is, you know, going off on a new journey, being trusting that you will be well hosted. Well, with this reverse, you know, maybe we're having some nervousness about setting off on a new leg of our life path. Maybe we're a little bit timid, or maybe we're unsure just because there is a lot of changes afoot, like whether they were initiated by us or whether they were initiated in our surroundings. So with these new starts, I also pulled the Fool reversed in a couple readings too for myself and other people. So yeah, maybe with these new starts coming in, we might just like, our feet might be caught out from under us a little bit, because maybe that wasn't what we were hoping to do or what we were planning for, but those are the new starts that are presenting themselves to us. So we may need a little bit of time to integrate that. And then with Mercury of Golden Earth, Alchemy of the Eight of Pentacles, well, this might have to do with our workspace, you know, like what are we doing day in, day out as an apprentice to hone our craft? Oh, is this sparkling? I want this to like be in the light so you can see how it sparkles. See how the tree of, yeah, look at that. So cool, huh? These cards are dope. Thank you, Janice. I love you. Eight of Pentacles is a card that shows that we've mastered what we did, and now we can keep doing it over and over and over again because we are mastering our craft. We're creating a product. We've planted the seeds in the Seven of Pentacles. They grew really well, and now we can do something with it. Eight of Pentacles has to do with, a lot of times in a reading, 10th house matters or 6th house matters. What do I show up and do every single day, clock in, clock out of my time, and what craft or what do I have to show for it? So that's what we have for today, the 5th of February 2026. Stay tuned and I'll have a little blip at the end for the astrology. Links below if you'd like to have a personal session. I bet if you do, you're an Aquarius rising. Oh, well, would you look at that? Mercury is squaring Uranus, the moon in Libra today, Libra being obviously the sign of legislation, the law, the moon representing us normal people when we're looking at mundane astrology versus the sun, which represents celebrities. I'd say with the moon moving into a trine with Pluto and Mercury and Venus both making a sextile to Chiron, there could be some healing, but normies might honestly lose their heads about what is coming up. Love you, bye.